What is going on, everybody? It is your man R0B back again with another New York Giants video. I know that it's been a minute since I've made a video, and I apologize about that. I think it's been about a month since I've made a video. Just had a lot going on personally, mentally, things of that nature. So I wanted to kind of take like a little bit of a break in that interim period within like the last month. My wife and I were expecting our fifth baby that's going to be due this August. It's going to be another girl. So we're going to have 5 total kids, 3 boys, 1 girl, and then we'll have another girl. So that'll make it 2 girls. So that's been a little bit stressful for me. I always strive to be the best that I can be and always making sure that I'm providing for my kids. And whenever you're having a child, it's always a time of rejoice, but it's also a time for me. It's a time where I get a little bit stressed out and I wonder, am I going to be able to provide? Can I do all that stuff? Which I can, but you think about all of those things. So that time was going through a little bit of that and things of that nature. So I wanted to kind of take a little bit of a break and a step away from recording some YouTube videos. Work got a little bit busy as well. So things just kind of got a little bit hectic. I was also going through, I hurt had a neck injury because I work from home, so I had a severe muscle spasm that was in my neck, which was causing me to have some tingling feeling on the right side of my head, and I had that for about a week. It's just been pretty hectic and crazy, but I figured it was time to kind of get back in. Feel like I'm in a good place mentally, emotionally, so I figured it'd be a good time to kind of get back into the swing of things. Things are starting to kind of pick up when it comes to the New York Football Giants, and I felt like I wanted to go ahead and started talking about it. I know, that we hired some coaches and stuff like that, and I might make a video kind of just giving my opinion on the coaching staff. To be truthfully honest, I'm happy with who we have. I could probably just do it now. I'm happy with the signing of Wink Martindale and the defensive coordinator. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with them bringing in Mike Kafka as the offensive coordinator. Obviously, Dave's being hired as the head coach. Joe Schoen as the GM. Really, really happy, with what they were able to do and who they were able to bring in. And I think it's going to be great. So I'm really, really excited to see what they do in free agency. I'll have a video kind of going over my free agency top picks at positions that I think that maybe we should address in free agency. And I'm going to kind of step out of my element. I don't really typically do a lot of research when it comes to the draft, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of research when it comes to the draft picks and have a little bit maybe of a mock draft of who I would pick and kind of giving an overview of some of the players that are available. But in this video, I wanted to kind of really touch on a topic that's been going around, which is with Saquon Barkley. And as far as trade talks, and obviously Joe Schoen and Dave's, they were down in Indianapolis for the Combine, and, Joe Schoen basically came out and said that, obviously they want to clear up the $40 million in cap, but they'll take calls pretty much on everybody. And obviously Saquon is one of those players. Now, there were some reports that Saquon Barkley came out and said that he was unhappy with the Giants and he wants out. He wants to get a fresh start. I don't believe that to be true. Saquon Barkley, to me, doesn't seem like that type of player, as well as Joe Schoen and Dave's don't necessarily seem like the type of people to give an unclear vision of whether Saquon Barkley is going to be, with the team or not. I think that when Joe Schoen had his press conference, they said that they want to be able to help out Daniel Jones and also help out Saquon Barkley. Now, again, it's a business that is a revolving door. So if they feel that, that you're needed, then you're needed. If they feel like you're not, then you're not. But at the present moment, I feel like when it comes to Saquon Barkley, I don't feel that Saquon, in my personal opinion, given the fact that he's been injured the last couple of years, has and just my opinion, I don't feel like he has a right to demand what his future would be. I think that he should be open and understanding that, okay, if they want to keep me, they're going to keep me. If they're going to get rid of me, they're going to get rid of me. And I understand both sides. Would I like to be here? Yes. But if they moved on from me, do I understand why? Yes. And now again, I don't believe that Saquon is coming out and truly saying these things. I don't necessarily feel that way at all. I feel that Saquon is saying, listen, whatever it is, it is. Do I want to be here? Yes. If they move on, do I understand? Yes. I feel like that is where it's going and where it's at. I don't feel like he's talking crap to the Giants or saying, screw this, I want out of here. I don't feel like he's going in that direction. Now, in regards to trading him, does it make sense? Does it not? I think it really depends on the contract. If for whatever reason the Giants are able to find a partner that would take on his entire contract to the point where the Giants would not have to pay it, I can understand making a move. Now, I saw a report today where they estimated that Saquon Barkley would be a 4th-round pick. And to me, that just seems extremely low. But at the same point, the teams and other teams that are out there know the Giants' cap situation. It's no secret. So we may get offers for some players that may seem crazy and asinine, but it may be something the Giants need to accept if that means clearing up cap space. And if you're willing to... If a team is willing to make a trade for Saquon, give you a 4th-round pick or a 3rd-round pick, and eat the entire contract so that comes off of your books this year, that may be something that you may need to look into and consider. So, is that a great pick? Is that a great trade? No. Is that something we'll have to accept if that would be the case? More than likely. Now, do I think that there's going to be a trade partner out there that is going to take on his entire contract? No, I don't. And I feel that if the Giants are paying even a fraction of what that contract is worth in dead money, then it makes more sense to keep him on the roster. You gave the guy a 5th-year option. He's been hurt for the last couple of years. And I think a big reason why he was probably hurt the last couple of years is he's trying to make extra stuff happen when the offensive line has just been bad. Now, he had a bad offensive line his rookie year and was able to do a lot of good things. And he played semi-well his 2nd year, but the last 2 years he's been decimated with injuries. But I don't think that the offensive line has been any remotely close to as bad. It's been the last 2 years. I think his rookie season, that offensive line was a lot better than what it was this year, and the last couple of years. So, getting him a good offensive line, getting him to the point where they can run the football and open up lanes and be able to even open up the passing game with Daniel Jones is always going to help the running game. I feel like that Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones both deserve an opportunity to work under an improved offense. Now, again, Matt Kafka's coming in as the offensive coordinator. And when you look at what the Kansas City Chiefs, and hell, you can even look at the Buffalo Bills, and you can look at what they've been doing, they don't necessarily have a type of back like Saquon Barkley can be. When it comes down to receiving, running, he's a pretty elusive guy. So I think when you look down on it, I don't see it, depending on what they're looking to implement when it comes to the offense. If they're implementing more of Mike Kafka and what they did in Kansas City, that's a pass-happy offense. Now, they do run the ball occasionally, but mostly it's a pass-happy offense with a receiving back coming out of the backfield. When you look at the Buffalo Bills also are a pass-heavy, but they have a scheme where they could probably fit with the offensive line that they have to where they could go ahead and run the ball a decent amount, and that may favor Saquon Barkley with the Giants offense. I'm not saying him going to Buffalo. I'm saying that, Brian Daboll bringing that offensive scheme to the Giants. So I feel that Saquon Barkley would benefit this football team as long as he's healthy and he's available. Those are the most important things. So if he's not available and he's not healthy, then at that point, it doesn't pay. And you may need to consider moving on from him. You may need to consider going in a different direction. At the end of the day, would I love to have Saquon Barkley on the roster? Absolutely. Do I think that he will be? I do think so. I do think that Saquon Barkley will be on the roster and he'll be able to do everything that he's looking to do as long as he's healthy. And I feel like he'll be a great addition to the roster. Now you have to think about long term. Can you see Saquon Barkley on this team long term? The answer to that is I don't know. Do I think so? More than likely not. So now you have to think about the fact of, okay, well, if he's not your long-term answer, do you keep him on the roster now or do you get rid of him? In my personal opinion, I think you would keep him on here now and see how he plays under this new regime, and maybe he can increase his stock. And at that point, maybe you can get a little bit more, where maybe you trade him halfway through the season, or maybe you franchise tag him and you trade him at that point. Just to get some type of value back for him that may be better than a 4th or 5th round draft pick. Same thing with Daniel Jones. So I think it depends on, obviously, everything's up in the air right now when it comes to what the Giants are going to do, the cuts and moves that they're going to make. But I do feel that Saquon Barkley, if healthy, can definitely benefit this team if they address the offensive line position. If they don't address the offensive line position, then I just feel like it's going to be the same revolving door where he could potentially get injured, and then it's just a waste of time. So we'll see what happens in that regard. But as far as when it comes to the trade talks, do I think that Saquon Barkley is going to get traded? No. Now, I was wrong about Odell Beckham Jr., and I didn't see that coming. I would think that anything is possible, in my opinion. Do I think that he's getting traded? No. Does it make sense to? Potentially, yeah, if for the right reasons. Again, if we're not eating any bit of that contract, then yeah, I can see that being a thing for them to do 100%. But if they are still eating even a remote fraction of that contract, it doesn't pay to get rid of him. I think for the value, because you're going to have to go out and try to find yourself another running back, you may as well keep him because he would be cheaper than any running back that you would potentially find on the market. So that's just my personal opinion. So that's all I have to say, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys are seeing, man, I'm rocking the R0B hoodie, man. If you guys would like to know where you guys can get my merch, you guys can go to my Twitch chat. I'll also put the link down in the description as well for my Teespring. I make everything through Teespring. I've got shirts, masks, mugs, hoodies, long sleeve shirts. I've got a bunch of stuff that's on there, so feel free to go ahead and check out the merch. And if you'd like to and you're feeling kind and you'd like to make a purchase for that, go ahead and let me know that in the comment section that you made a purchase. And I'd love to go ahead and give you a shout out in the next video. Remember, we are still running our giveaway. We are 6 subscribers away from hitting 100. If we hit 100, we're going to be giving away a $15 gift card of your selection. And I will be giving that away. So that is also a giveaway that we're currently running on the channel. And in the comments section, let me also know, how do you feel about Saquon Barkley? Do you feel that he'll be on the roster in the upcoming season, or would you trade him? So are you holding him or are you trading him? What are you doing with Saquon? Let me know in the comments section. I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys for coming out. Be sure, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe. It's free. It greatly helps me out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.